Have you ever felt like life is slipping beyond your control? There are times when everything around you feels chaotic and unstable, leaving you anxious about the future, worried that no matter how hard you try, your efforts might never be enough to achieve your goals. Have you ever questioned why you face so many obstacles? Or why external circumstances and emotions seem to have such a strong grip on you? In this unpredictable world, it's easy to get caught up in negativity and societal pressures, losing sight of the fact that real control over your life rests in your own hands. Stoicism, an ancient yet incredibly practical philosophy, can help you break through psychological barriers, guiding you toward self-mastery and a life filled with passion and purpose. Stoicism isn't just a theory. It offers real tools to help you reclaim the control you've been searching for. Life is full of challenges and constant change, but you don't have to be swept away by the tide. The first lesson Stoicism teaches is how to master yourself. Once you gain true self-understanding and recognize that controlling your actions means controlling your life, you will hold the key to shaping the future you truly desire. From there, you can move forward with clear intentions and an unshakable passion. At this point, it's no longer just about self-awareness. You now know what you want, and the path ahead will gradually come into focus. Your goals will serve as a compass, guiding you toward the future you envision. However, no matter how ambitious your dreams may be, they will remain just that, dreams, unless you overcome hesitation and take decisive action. Push past procrastination, break free from invisible fears, and boldly pursue what you know must be done. Once you've taken action, it's just as important to build strong daily habits. Habits are like bricks, steadily forming the foundation of the life you want. To ensure they stick, you must develop self-discipline, the force that drives you beyond your limits. Discipline keeps you on track, prevents you from giving up halfway, and helps you break through barriers you once thought were impossible to overcome. Yet, life isn't only about action, it's also about feeling. You need to turn your emotions into a guide rather than letting them weigh you down. Don't allow negative emotions to hold you back. Instead, learn to understand and use them as a tool to make wiser decisions and lead yourself towards something better. And always remember, on this journey you won't be able to please everyone. Be courageous enough to say no to what isn't necessary. Only by focusing on what truly matters will you move powerfully toward your goals. Free yourself from the need for external validation. Your life is yours to shape. Don't let the opinions of others dictate your path. Of course, difficulties and setbacks will arise, but don't be discouraged. These very challenges offer you the chance to turn adversity into personal strength. Every obstacle is a lesson, and every fall is an opportunity to rise stronger than before. Above all, to keep moving forward, you must cultivate a deep belief in yourself. That belief will be the guiding light through your darkest moments, helping you become the best version of yourself. Through this journey, from mastering yourself to building unwavering confidence, you will come to an important realization. The control over your life has always been in your hands. Every thought you have and every action you take shapes your path and determines your future. You are the architect of your own life, and once you truly understand this, you'll feel more powerful and confident in pursuing what truly matters. If you're ready to embrace change, hit like on this video as a commitment to yourself, marking the beginning of reclaiming that control. And don't hesitate to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments, because your insights could inspire and motivate others to embark on their own journey toward mastering their lives. Don't wait. Let's start this journey together now. Master yourself to create an authentic life. Mastering yourself isn't just a lofty ideal, it's the core challenge for anyone bold enough to walk the path of Stoicism. Those who seek true freedom, not the superficial freedom modern society often promises, must face the reality that control over their lives isn't dictated by external circumstances, but by their own awareness and self-discipline. And let's be honest, few are willing to embrace this truth because it requires giving up the right to blame others or circumstances. Instead, it demands taking full responsibility for oneself. Life often feels uncertain, chaotic, and beyond our grasp. Yet within that chaos lies a point of power, a space where you can take command, shifting from passively reacting to life's events to actively shaping your own path. This is where the wisdom of Stoicism stands out, offering a simple yet profound perspective. Focus only on what you can control. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to control everything: our careers, relationships, finances, and future. We obsess over outcomes, fearing that without control, life will spiral into disorder. But here's the paradox. The more we try to control things beyond our reach, the more powerless and frustrated we feel. As Epictetus states in the Enchiridion, some things are within our control while others are not. What falls under our control? Our opinions, desires, and actions. What remains outside our control? Our bodies, reputations, property, and external circumstances. This understanding is fundamental to Stoicism, revealing that trying to control outcomes is nothing more than an illusion. So, when faced with a difficult situation, ask yourself, are you wasting energy complaining about what you can't change? Or are you using that moment to improve yourself? Your response in those moments defines whether you are truly mastering yourself and living authentically. Think about your daily life. You put in hard work, dedicating time and effort to an important project, ensuring every detail is in place. But in the end, the results don't meet your expectations, leaving you feeling like a failure. Before letting disappointment consume you, stop and ask, did I give it my all? If the answer is yes, then that disappointment holds no real power. The truth is, the only thing under your control is your effort. The outcome is shaped by countless factors beyond you. Stoicism reminds us that what matters most is the process, not the final result. That's why Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When we release our obsession with results, we uncover inner peace and true strength begins to emerge. Mastering yourself becomes your strongest shield, protecting your core values no matter how much external pressure or expectation the world imposes. By focusing on what you can control, you experience true liberation, a release from the endless cycle of anxiety. After all, anxiety is nothing more than fear of an uncertain future, the worry that things won't go the way we hope. But once you grasp that in this vast, unpredictable world, most things are beyond your control, it's as if a weight is lifted. Rather than attempting to bend life to fit your desires, you learn to let go, accept, and embrace what cannot be changed. This isn't about resignation. It's about redirecting your energy toward what truly matters: yourself. You channel your effort into refining your thoughts, actions, and perspectives. And in this shift, a quiet confidence takes root, not from controlling external factors, but from mastering yourself. This is the deepest and most enduring form of control, a tranquility that no external force can shake. Many believe that letting go is a sign of weakness. But in Stoicism, it is a mark of immense strength. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning effort. It means accepting that some things are simply beyond us. This acceptance frees us from the weight of societal expectations and the constant need for validation or approval. When you adopt this mindset, an inner strength begins to grow, not from trying to control everything, but from understanding and embracing what is outside your reach. And it's this letting go, not clinging on, that helps you remain steady through life's storms. In every tempest, you stand firm, not in resistance, but in endurance, without fear or anxiety. This is resilience forged from within. The knowledge that no matter how the world changes, you remain unshaken. And this is courage, understanding that your happiness or suffering isn't dictated by external events, but by how you choose to respond to them. This is resilience forged from within. The knowledge that no matter how the world changes, you remain unshaken. And this is courage, understanding that your happiness or suffering isn't dictated by external events, but by how you choose to respond to them. This realization unlocks a new ability, the ability to be fully present. Too often people are trapped in worries about the future or regrets about the past, forgetting that the present moment is all we truly have. But once you understand that only this moment is within your control, you'll feel lighter, freer. When your mind is no longer tangled in what it cannot change, it opens up space to live fully in the now, and it's here, in this conscious presence, that you'll discover a deep sense of peace and a simple yet profound joy. But ask yourself, have you ever been fully present in your most cherished moments? When you spend time with family, are you truly there? Or is your mind wandering to work and worries? When you watch a sunset, do you feel its warmth and stillness? Or are you already thinking about tomorrow? That's why in Stoicism, self-mastery isn't just about controlling your actions. It's about learning to stay rooted in the present moment. There's a hard truth that few dare to confront. No one can save you from your own life except you. Salvation doesn't come from others or from circumstances. If you're waiting for something or someone to change your life, you'll be waiting forever. So, where do you begin this journey of self-rescue? First, abandon the idea that a miracle will save you. All meaningful transformation begins with small, intentional steps. It starts with recognizing that you have the ability to change every aspect of yourself. Each morning, ask yourself one essential question: what can I do today to become the best version of myself? This question will anchor you to the essence of self-mastery, helping you step into the day with clarity and purpose. Mastering yourself isn't just a crucial step toward living authentically, it is the only real form of freedom. When you take full responsibility for every action, every thought, and every decision, you are no longer a prisoner of the world around you. That's the moment you step into life truly free, not because of external circumstances, but because of your own choices. Live with clear purpose and passionate drive. When you master yourself, life feels as if a new door has opened, one that leads to the creation of the life you truly desire. Yet this is only the first step. For that life to have meaning, you need a guiding light, a beacon illuminating the path forward. A clear goal directs both your thoughts and actions toward the future, igniting a powerful passion to overcome every challenge. Living with a clear goal and intense passion forms one of the core foundations of Stoicism, a philosophy that not only helps individuals confront life's difficulties, but also teaches them how to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. For Stoics, having a goal is indispensable because it shapes life and provides the motivation to surpass all obstacles. Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This quote emphasizes the importance of self-awareness. Before acting, one must first understand who they want to become and what truly matters to them. A goal acts as a compass, guiding you toward your destination and reminding you why you must persist. Without a clear goal, life can easily be swept away by external forces, societal expectations, the opinions of others, or uncontrollable events. Living without direction is like a boat adrift at sea, vulnerable to life's storms. A clear goal serves as a guiding light, ensuring you stay on course even when everything around you is in flux. Stoicism teaches us that the purpose of life is not something given to us or discovered externally, but something we uncover and define for ourselves. The journey to finding meaning is a profound process of self-discovery, one that requires looking deep within and asking, what truly matters to me? Once you find the answer, the most incredible transformation occurs. You begin to take control of your life. No longer are you guided by external influences like societal expectations, comparisons to others, or the pressures of arbitrary standards. Instead, you become the architect of your path, one that is guided by deeply personal and authentic values. Your drive is no longer fueled by recognition, status, or wealth, but by the peace that comes from knowing that what you do has true value. It doesn't need to be grand or attention-grabbing, but it must align with who you really are. When you live with a purpose that you've defined for yourself, not only are you living a life worth living, but you also find freedom. Freedom from the expectations of others, freedom from the fear of failure, and most importantly, the freedom to be yourself. Stoicism teaches us that life's purpose isn't a distant goal or a final destination we are forced to reach. Instead, purpose lies in the journey we walk every day, a continuous process of growth, learning, and development. Along this path, there will be moments of mistakes and awkward missteps, but it is precisely these that make us stronger and wiser. Life's purpose isn't fixed. It evolves as we accumulate new experiences and insights. What once seemed essential may eventually give way to higher, nobler values. However, what never changes is the commitment to live consciously, to live with awareness every day. Stoicism never asks us to be perfect, because perfection is unrealistic. Instead, this philosophy celebrates progress, encouraging us to keep moving forward, even if only in small steps. This sense of purpose helps us not only accept our flaws, but turn them into the driving force for personal growth. We stop viewing our imperfections with disappointment and start appreciating them as the raw materials to build a better version of ourselves. A sense of purpose is the flame that lights the soul amid life's storms. When challenges arise, it is this feeling of a higher mission that keeps you from backing down. It helps you see not just the immediate difficulties, but also the long road ahead. It reminds you that every stumble is a part of the grand journey, each obstacle a step closer to your ultimate destination. Without purpose, life can easily become a long string of days spent feeling lost, drowned in the noise and chaos of the world. You may find yourself chasing goals that don't hold real meaning, or, worse, being swept along by the trivial and superficial. These things don't belong to you and don't make you thrive, but they can easily pull you away from what truly matters. However, when you discover and define your purpose, life begins to change. You no longer live according to others' expectations, nor do you seek validation or approval from the outside world. Instead, you live in truth, grounded in the values you cherish. This harmony, the alignment between mind and heart, brings a sense of tranquility and peace even amidst the world's clamor and disruption. Your purpose also makes it easier to make tough decisions. It acts like a guiding star, helping you always know where you're going and what you need to do. Even when life presents countless crossroads or tempting distractions, living by your mission simplifies hard decisions because you know you're on the right path. Living with purpose is the key to cultivating resilience. When you feel deeply connected to something larger than yourself, failures are no longer endpoints but stepping stones along the way. Setbacks no longer weigh on your soul but instead fuel your motivation to rise stronger, overcome obstacles, and continue walking the chosen path. Purpose illuminates the future, serving not only as a compass but as a sacred belief that guides you forward. When every step is shaped by personal values and aspirations, you're not just living, you're living a meaningful life. One where every decision carries your unique mark, blending passion and mission. Finding your purpose brings about a remarkable change. You begin to not only move forward but also develop a steadfast confidence. This isn't a superficial confidence that wavers with the opinions of others or societal approval. It's a deep-rooted belief that you're doing what you were meant to do. Every action aligns with that greater goal, and over time, this confidence becomes an unshakable armor, protecting you from life's inevitable challenges. This inner confidence not only helps you face failures with strength, but also propels you to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. It is the knowledge that no matter what the outside world may say, you keep moving forward because your purpose is yours and yours alone. You no longer live to please others but to fulfill the mission you've chosen for your life. So how do you find your purpose? Finding purpose isn't a journey completed in a single moment, but a process that requires deep self-reflection and a willingness to embrace what life offers. First, you need to take time for self-observation. Disconnect from external noise and pressures and listen to the true voice within. What brings you joy? What makes you feel strong and energized? These are the first clues to your purpose. However, it's not just about personal feelings. You also need to look at your relationship with the world. Ask yourself, what can I contribute to this world? What can I do that not only helps me grow but also adds value to others? True purpose isn't just about what makes you happy, but also about what gives your life meaning in the bigger picture. When you find joy in serving and making a difference, even in small ways, you will live with greater purpose and strength in the face of challenges. The journey to finding purpose can also stem from accepting failure and hardship. Sometimes the greatest challenges help you discover the path you need to walk. Setbacks and losses provide the opportunity to reassess your life with greater clarity, uncovering hidden strengths you didn't know you had. One essential element of this journey is patience. Don't rush or pressure yourself to find your purpose immediately. Purpose isn't something you can define quickly or on demand. Sometimes it reveals itself after periods of experimentation, experience, and even mistakes. But rest assured, as long as you remain open and live authentically, your purpose will gradually emerge and guide you to the path you need. In the end, purpose isn't a fixed destination, but a journey of continual growth. As you grow, as you learn more about yourself and the world, your purpose may shift and expand. What's important is that you remain connected to your inner self, always exploring and living by the values you've chosen. Living with purpose not only helps you overcome adversity, but also brings a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that your life is moving. Conquer hesitation and take action. Now, when we define a clear goal and nurture a burning passion, We often feel an overwhelming sense of motivation ready to propel us forward. However, this enthusiasm doesn't always translate into immediate action. Many people, even with clear objectives, find themselves stuck in hesitation, caught between planning and executing. They fear failure, worry about the unknown, and sometimes a fleeting thought is enough to make them falter. To truly move forward and turn dreams into reality, it requires not just passion and willpower, but also the courage to act immediately, conquering the hesitation within our minds. At its core, hesitation stems from fear, the fear of failure, of the unknown. These mental barriers cause us to freeze, unable to act even when we consciously know the right path. In Stoicism, action isn't merely a means to achieve goals. It is the essence of a righteous life. When we examine it closely, hesitation often arises from unstable thoughts about the future and its uncertain outcomes. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." The future is beyond our full control, and fretting over it only diminishes our ability to act in the present. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions here and now. When we realize that hesitation comes from fearing uncertainties we cannot change, we also understand that only action can alleviate that anxiety. Stoicism teaches that no decision is final, and no failure can imprison us forever. Failure, with all its bitterness, is simply a stepping stone leading us to a brighter future. It is not an end but a beginning, an opportunity for growth and refinement. Every mistake holds a valuable lesson if we are brave enough to see it. Yet ironically, it is often the desire for perfection that becomes the heaviest burden. We are trapped by the thought that we can only act when everything is ready, when all the information is clear, and when every situation is under control. This demand for perfection leads to procrastination. We stand still, waiting for a perfect moment that may never come. Meanwhile, life passes by, and precious opportunities slowly slip away. Stoicism doesn't ask us to wait. Instead, it encourages us to act now, while the heart is still ablaze with passion, while the mind is ready to face challenges. Through action, we not only change the world around us but also ignite the light within our souls. Even if the path deviates or the road gets rough, action propels us forward. It is the only way to break through the fog of hesitation, to turn abstract ideas into reality, and to prove to ourselves that we can. Progress doesn't require perfection. In fact, perfection is an illusion, always out of reach because it doesn't exist. What we need is progress, and progress only comes when we dare to take steps forward. Like a flower that doesn't need perfect sunlight to bloom, we don't need everything to be perfect to grow. Every small step, every courageous action leads us toward greater outcomes. The question is not, how do I make everything perfect? But rather, how do I start right now? What's holding you back? Is it the fear of failure or the lack of confidence in overcoming mistakes? Let Stoicism guide you. Take action. Remember, every stumble is just part of the journey, and it's through action, no matter how small, that you move towards something better. Taking control of your life doesn't require giant leaps but a long journey made up of small, steady steps. Stoicism, with its wisdom and practicality, teaches that it is the small, repeated actions each day that lead to the most profound and lasting change. Rapid transformations are fragile, but change that comes from small, deliberate steps becomes deeply rooted, making it resilient and truly meaningful. Overcoming hesitation isn't just about acting, it's an expression of courage. That courage isn't a momentary burst of fire but a slow burning flame, fueled by calmness and wisdom. It's the courage to face the unknown, to dare to fail, and most importantly, to take responsibility for the choices we make. But this courage doesn't stem from blind recklessness. It arises from the deep understanding of Stoicism. You know that while you cannot control everything that happens in life, you can always control yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. And that is your greatest power. When you act decisively, you free yourself from the invisible burdens of hesitation and anxiety. Imagine the relief when you stop waiting for the perfect moment and instead choose to begin right now. Hesitation only prolongs fear, trapping you in a cycle of thoughts and worries. But when you act, even in small steps, you gradually free yourself from fear's grip. True freedom doesn't come from having everything exactly as you wish, but from the courage to choose action, even when the outcome isn't perfect. You are in control of yourself, and that is the greatest freedom. We all know the feeling of waiting for the perfect time, when everything aligns perfectly and there's no risk. But that moment never truly arrives. The only way forward is to act now. Take that first step. Let go of hesitation, and in doing so, you will unlock the doors to progress, growth, and fulfillment. Does such a moment of perfect readiness truly exist? Life is always full of uncertainties, and by waiting for the ideal time, we unintentionally forfeit our opportunity to create change. Action is not just the first step to mastering life. It is the key to freeing ourselves from the obsession with perfection. Marcus Aurelius once said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Remember, in this journey, no one expects perfection from the start. Stoicism teaches us that mistakes are inevitable, but what truly matters is the wisdom we gain from them. Seneca wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Every action, no matter how small, is a fresh start. Even failure at the first step opens doors to other opportunities and new beginnings. Life is fleeting, each passing moment dissolving away. That is why the only time we truly possess is the present. Waiting for a perfect moment that may never come only leads to hesitation, which imprisons us in a cycle of regret and wasted time. Acting now is not just a way to live fully. It is the only way to affirm the meaning of our existence. Hesitation is the greatest enemy of time. Life does not wait. Every moment of hesitation is a lost opportunity. It is not merely an invisible fear of the unknown, but a quiet weight that suppresses the soul, making us feel smaller than what we are truly capable of achieving. When faced with a task or decision, do not allow worry to take over. Instead, take a deep breath and focus on the present, on what you can control and on the actions within your reach. Your potential is limitless if you dare to begin. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of a task, break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. Each small action serves as a foundation for progress. As you act, hesitation fades and fear weakens. Every step forward is a small victory, and these victories accumulate, making you stronger and more confident. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, rather than wasting time worrying about what is beyond our grasp. Once we understand this, we realize that our greatest power lies in our ability to decide our own actions. Small, simple actions, whether it is taking a step forward or just writing down our thoughts, can transform us from hesitant individuals into those who shape their own destiny. Ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen if I act now? What will I lose if I don't? When you confront these questions, the truth becomes clear. Procrastination not only wastes time, but also increases anxiety and regret. Each time we fail to act, our mental burden grows heavier. Fear intensifies and we gradually lose confidence in ourselves. Our lives are not measured by how much we ponder, but by how often we dare to step forward. Facing challenges through action is how we discover our true selves. Every time we overcome hesitation, we reaffirm our inner strength and build greater self-confidence. Do not let time and opportunities slip away. Act, not for immediate results, but because each step grants you freedom, self-respect, and a more fulfilling life. By taking action now, you are not only creating change in the world, but also filling your soul with strength and tranquility. As Joan Baez said, action is the antidote to despair. Let every action be a testament to your faith, hope, and unyielding willpower. Shape daily actions into lasting habits. Although taking immediate action can create a sense of freedom and dispel hesitation, this feeling will quickly fade, if not sustained. True transformation doesn't come from a fleeting moment, but from persistent, daily effort. Stoicism emphasizes the power of small intentional actions that align with our values and larger goals. These actions, when repeated consistently, form habits. It is through solid habits that we achieve not just temporary success but lasting change in our lives. The next step is not just to act but to build strong daily habits, the foundation for a life of autonomy and meaning. Habits are actions or responses repeated regularly, gradually becoming a natural part of life that we perform without much thought. They are formed from small tasks, but when sustained, they create the power for long-term change. The importance of habits lies not in the size of individual actions, but in their consistency. Small steps, when repeated day after day, have the potential to bring about significant changes in life. As James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, pointed out, success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. It's the small daily efforts, reading a few pages, exercising for 10 minutes, or meditating briefly, that create the foundation for sustainable personal growth. Over time, these small actions accumulate and become the driving force that helps us reach bigger goals. Willpower, though powerful, is fragile and easily depleted when we face daily challenges. Every decision, every small task we encounter, requires a bit of our willpower. By the end of the day, accumulated fatigue can make us hesitant, doubtful, and sometimes unable to act as we should. But habits work differently. Habits run deeper, quietly yet powerfully guiding our actions without the need for willpower struggles. When a habit is deeply ingrained, it requires little conscious effort. You don't have to stop and think, should I do this? You do it because it has become part of who you are. Imagine waking up each morning without battling to get out of bed, without forcing yourself to exercise or read. Instead, these actions happen naturally because they've become ingrained in your daily routine. Professional athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo don't have to push themselves to train or follow a diet. It's second nature to them. Their actions are no longer based on willpower but are driven by deeply established habits, helping them maintain peak performance over many years. By building the right habits, you not only create a disciplined and focused life, but also lay the groundwork for continuous growth and progress. Habits allow you to act without exerting too much effort, freeing up energy for more important matters. Daily repetitions, whether writing, exercising, or meditating, transform you into a better version of yourself without needing to overthink how to achieve it. However, for habits to truly hold value, They must be rooted in your core values. If your habits don't align with your goals or life principles, they become meaningless. Stoicism underscores this clearly. Your daily actions must reflect what truly matters in your life. As Seneca once said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. This principle doesn't just apply to the people you choose to interact with, but also to the habits you cultivate. Let your habits align with your core values, lifting you up and drawing you closer to your life's purpose. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? Who do I want to become in the next 5 to 10 years? Once you have the answer, start with small actions every day to build the right habits. If you want to become stronger, train daily. If you want to become knowledgeable, read and learn every day. Transformation doesn't come from giant leaps, but from the persistence of small steps repeated over time. Your life will be shaped by these very habits. Consistency is the secret key to forming and maintaining truly powerful habits. Anyone can start a new habit, but can they stick to it day after day, week after week, or even year after year? Only persistence and commitment to repeat small actions will bring about lasting change. The Stoics believed deeply in the power of daily effort. Each day is an opportunity to lay another brick in the solid foundation of your life. Morning habits are a powerful tool to set a positive foundation for the day ahead. Mornings are not just a time to prepare physically, but also a moment to align your mindset and spirit. By starting the day with mindfulness and clear intention, you gain control over the coming hours and show respect for yourself. A mindful morning routine reflects self-care, ensuring that you step into the day with purpose and poise. On the other hand, evenings offer the opportunity to reflect on what you've experienced throughout the day. Evening routines are not just about relaxation, they are a valuable time to review your actions, decisions, and emotions. In Stoicism, daily reflection is vital, a practice that allows us to learn and improve. By asking questions at the end of the day like, how did I live today? How did I react to challenges? What could I have done better? We actively practice Stoicism, applying its principles to our daily lives. The body, as the home of the soul, is considered sacred in Stoicism, and taking care of it is viewed as a duty. The Stoics recognize the deep connection between body and mind. If the body is weak, the mind struggles to remain strong. Imagine starting your day feeling exhausted, your mind foggy, and your mood down. There is no harmony between body and spirit. This is why maintaining physical habits like exercising, eating well, and getting proper rest is not just about health, but about mental clarity and emotional stability. Mental strength begins with a healthy body. This is the foundation that allows us to face life's challenges with resilience. If time is something we can never reclaim, then using it wisely is essential. Stoicism consistently emphasizes that time is our most precious resource, and wasting it is a disservice to ourselves. Every passing moment is an opportunity to move closer to our goals and values. Productivity habits aren't just about getting more done. They're about living meaningfully and ensuring that no moment in life is wasted. One habit that Marcus Aurelius practiced every day was journaling. Writing isn't merely about recording events. It's an opportunity to have a dialogue with yourself, to reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Marcus used his journal as a way to clear his mind, reflect honestly, and course correct when necessary. His meditations are not just pages of a book, but the soul of a man facing life's relentless challenges. Journaling can help us do the same. Pause, reflect, and live more consciously. Each entry in a journal is a mirror, allowing us to see what is past and chart a better path for the future. Start by choosing a small habit, something you can commit to doing every day. There's no need to rush. Success doesn't come from acting too quickly, but from persistence in each moment. For example, if you want to become healthier, start with a 10-minute walk every day and gradually increase as your body adapts. These small actions not only help you build habits but also give you confidence and motivation to continue. Once you've begun, consistency is the key to maintaining the habit. When an action is repeated enough, it slowly becomes a natural part of your life. If you miss a day, remind yourself that what matters isn't perfection but returning to your efforts and continuing to progress. Finally, always connect your habits to a greater purpose in life. When you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, the motivation to keep going becomes much stronger. This not only helps you persevere but also brings a sense of fulfillment, knowing that each day is a small but certain step toward your larger goals. Habits are more than just repeated actions. They are the path to training your mind, soul, and spirit. When habits become part of who we are, we can face any challenge with calmness and inner strength. On this journey, not only do the big goals matter, but every small step forward carries significance. Begin with the smallest actions each day, with persistence and self-discipline, and gradually you'll create profound and lasting changes in your life. Discipline yourself to break through. Personal limits. Once you've established solid daily habits, the next step to maintaining and elevating them is discipline. If habits are the bricks that build the foundation of your life, discipline is the mortar that binds them together. Without discipline, even the best intentions can crumble. Discipline isn't just about starting. It's about the ability to continue doing what's necessary, even when it's hard or uncomfortable. When motivation fades, discipline steps in to keep you committed to your goals, pushing forward without giving up. This inner strength helps you break past your limits and achieve success beyond your original expectations. Self-discipline is like a guiding torch in the darkest nights of life. When no one is around to cheer you on, when there's no applause and no recognition, it is the force that keeps you moving forward. Even when your legs are tired and your mind is tempted by easy distractions, self-discipline sustains your progress. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself to follow rules. It's a profound act of self-love. It's the understanding that perseverance and hard choices bring you closer to the life you truly desire. This invisible yet powerful force holds you together every time your mind wants to give up. In moments of weakness, when the initial excitement has faded, self-discipline becomes your steadfast companion. It enables you to push through when challenges arise and motivation dwindles. It's the ability to do what is needed, not when things are easy, but when obstacles stand in your way. The importance of self-discipline extends beyond keeping you on track. It turns dreams into reality step by step. It is the strength that allows you to transcend your limits, embracing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than seeking temporary comfort. Without self-discipline, even the most brilliant ideas will be lost in the chaos of procrastination and old habits. But those who can control themselves and patiently pursue their goals will go the farthest in life's journey. Self-discipline begins with accepting that challenges, discomfort, and adversity are inevitable. No success comes from taking the easy road, and those who seek greatness must embrace this truth. Stoicism reminds us that steadfast discipline is the doorway to a more meaningful life. Self-discipline is not just about physical endurance. More importantly, it is the art of mastering the mind. It involves managing chaotic thoughts, resisting fleeting desires, and guiding yourself toward higher goals. Have you ever wondered why it's so easy to fall into procrastination, laziness, or the pursuit of temporary pleasures? It's often due to a lack of discipline, when emotions overpower reason and short-term gratification triumphs over long-term goals. However, those with discipline understand that life is not about chasing momentary pleasures. Instead, they choose to sacrifice immediate comfort for a more fulfilling and meaningful future. Self-discipline is the ability to delay instant gratification in exchange for lasting rewards. In the end, true success is not determined by how many times you feel inspired, but by how often you take action despite the absence of inspiration. Strengthen your discipline and you will find yourself breaking through personal limits, reaching heights you once thought impossible. It's the strength to give up fleeting pleasures, not because they aren't tempting, but because you understand that deeper desires await you further down the road. This mindset of delaying gratification is the foundation of sustainable success. Think of elite athletes, masterful artists, or visionary leaders. They have sacrificed countless days of comfort and easy joys to reach the pinnacle of their careers, devoting themselves fully to their passions. Imagine climbing a mountain. Every upward step is a battle between fatigue and willpower. You could stop, sit, and admire the view. But discipline is the fire inside, pushing you to keep climbing, knowing that the best view is at the top. Self-discipline isn't easy. It requires persistence, especially when motivation runs dry, when exhaustion sets in, and when distractions tempt you off course. But once you push past your own limits, you'll realize that the greatest reward isn't just external success. It's the inner freedom and strength that no one can take away from you. Self-discipline isn't about depriving yourself of all pleasures. It's about choosing what truly holds meaning. It's about prioritizing lasting values over fleeting distractions. Once discipline becomes ingrained in your life, it no longer feels like a constant struggle. Instead, it transforms into a journey of self-discovery, guiding you step by step toward your best self. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a disciplined mind by focusing on our deepest values and beliefs. When you start to believe you can maintain discipline, that belief doesn't just stay in your mind, it shapes your actions. You don't wait for motivation to strike because you understand that motivation isn't a prerequisite for action. Instead, you trust that by simply starting, motivation will naturally emerge and grow stronger. Take a common scenario in daily life. You want to build the habit of exercising every morning. Turn emotions into a compass for life. Once we have ingrained the spirit of self-discipline to surpass our personal limits, we must confront an even more complex and unpredictable force: our emotions. While self-discipline helps us stay committed to our goals, emotions act like an undercurrent, capable of unexpectedly changing our course. Instead of trying to suppress or ignore them, Stoicism teaches us to deeply understand and wisely harness them. When properly managed, emotions can become powerful tools that guide us through life's decisions and challenges. This is the next step on the path to mastering our lives. Life constantly presents emotional challenges. Criticism, disappointment, or even a fleeting glance from someone can trigger feelings like anger, anxiety, or sadness. We cannot avoid these experiences, as they are an inherent part of life. However, what we can do and must do is change how we respond to them. Stoicism offers the key to self-mastery amid emotional storms. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Real strength lies in creating a space between feeling and reaction, a moment where we can choose to respond wisely rather than impulsively. No matter how powerful an emotion is, it doesn't last forever. But how can we remind ourselves of this in moments when anger, anxiety, or sadness surges? Start by asking yourself simple, quiet questions. Why did that comment make me so angry? What is it about this situation that makes me feel anxious? By doing so, we shift from being helpless victims of our emotions to conscious observers, uncovering the deeper roots of our mental disturbances. Imagine a common scenario. You're in an important meeting, and a colleague unexpectedly criticizes your work in front of everyone. Instantly, anger flares up, perhaps because your dignity feels wounded, or you fear others will judge your abilities. But if you pause, recognize the anger, and ask yourself, why did that remark trigger such a strong reaction? You may realize that the deeper cause is not the criticism itself, but the fear of being judged. Managing emotions isn't about suppressing or denying them. It's not about pretending to feel nothing when faced with hurt, loss, or frustration. Instead, it's about recognizing emotions for what they are, temporary signals from the mind, not commands that must be obeyed. When something angers or saddens you, ask yourself, do I really need to react immediately? Or can I wait, let the emotion settle, and then make a more thoughtful decision? Emotional mastery is not achieved overnight. It's a lifelong journey requiring daily practice and perseverance. The stressful moments, the unexpected challenges, these are all invaluable tests. Every time you face pressure or anxiety, it's an opportunity to strengthen your self-control and take another step toward understanding your emotions. Picture a hectic day when work is overwhelming and everything seems to be slipping out of control. In such moments, maintaining calm and focus is harder than ever. But if you view stress as a chance to strengthen your emotional resilience, you'll find yourself growing stronger with each experience. Mastering emotions also means learning to let go. One of the biggest traps we fall into is trying to control things beyond our reach. Outcomes that, no matter how hard we try, we cannot fully influence. For instance, you can pour your heart and soul into a project, but the final result will depend on many external factors. If you tie your emotions to the outcome, disappointment and frustration will inevitably follow. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the process, on doing our best within our control, while letting go of anxiety about the results. Take professional athletes like Novak Djokovic. He can train tirelessly and prepare meticulously for every match, but the final outcome is influenced by countless factors: his opponent's performance, external conditions, even his own mental state at critical moments. Djokovic has said that his secret to success isn't just his talent, but his ability to let go of worries about the result and focus entirely on the present moment. This is the essence of emotional mastery, accepting that some things are beyond our control and finding peace in knowing that the outcome does not have to dictate our state of mind. Resilience is the natural outcome of this practice. This version improves the structure, flow, and clarity, while keeping the essence of your message intact. Would you like me to continue refining or expanding on any part? When we learn to control our emotions, the storms of life lose their power over us. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable become obstacles we face with steadiness and confidence. However, mastering emotions doesn't mean we will never feel pain, anger, or anxiety again. These feelings are a natural and valuable part of being human. True emotional mastery is not about suppressing emotions but about understanding, embracing and using them as tools for personal growth. Imagine facing a difficult situation, a major setback at work or a personal betrayal. Feelings of disappointment, sadness, or anger will naturally arise, and that's perfectly normal. But instead of letting these emotions take control and cloud your judgment, you learn to pause, breathe deeply, and acknowledge them. You ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What is this feeling trying to tell me about myself and my situation? By doing so, you transform emotions from uncontrollable forces into valuable guides for self-awareness and growth. Emotions as a bridge to deeper connections. Mastering your emotions also allows you to interact more meaningfully with others. Instead of reacting impulsively, you gain the ability to step into someone else's shoes, empathize with their struggles, and respond with understanding. For example, if a colleague criticizes your work, your initial reaction might be defensiveness or anger, but with emotional control you can listen calmly, recognizing that their criticism doesn't define your worth. Perhaps they are reacting from their own stress or frustration. By responding with composure, you foster stronger, more harmonious relationships, ones not swayed by fleeting emotions. Cultivating positive emotions, emotional mastery isn't just about managing negative emotions like anger, fear, or anxiety. More importantly, it's about nurturing positive emotions so they become a powerful force that propels you forward. Imagine waking up each day with the awareness to appreciate life's small moments, the warmth of the morning sun, the smile of a loved one, the simple pleasure of a quiet cup of tea. Focusing on these moments isn't just a mental exercise, it's a deliberate choice. When you learn to balance both sides of the emotional spectrum, containing the negative and cultivating the positive, you don't just exist, you experience life with serenity, joy, and profound gratitude. This is the key to a fuller, more meaningful life. One not only guided by reason but also by a heart that understands and appreciates the depth of human emotion. The journey to emotional mastery. Beginning the process of emotional control is like learning to understand the flow of your own soul. A gentle yet profound journey. Imagine standing on a beach, listening to the waves crash against the shore. These waves represent your emotions, sometimes fierce, sometimes calm. The key is not to resist or flee from them, but to listen, to understand their rhythm and purpose. Each emotion, anger, anxiety, sadness, has something to teach you. Instead of resisting, ask yourself, where is this emotion coming from? What is it trying to tell me? Taking this pause to reflect is the first step. Only when you recognize the root of your feelings can you guide them instead of being swept away by them. Once you've identified your emotions, shift your focus to your breath. Take deep, deliberate breaths, each one a quiet conversation between your mind and body. Breathing anchors you in the present moment where emotions no longer control your thoughts. You may still feel anxious, but as you focus on your breath, the intensity begins to fade. Just like the morning mist lifting under the warmth of the sun. Emotions are clouds, but the sky remains. Picture your emotions as clouds in the sky. They come and go, sometimes obscuring the sun, but you know the blue sky remains, unwavering and calm. Emotional mastery is similar. It's not about banishing emotions, but about letting them pass gently without clinging to them. Each time you do this, you move closer to a state of inner peace and self-control. Practicing emotional control isn't about becoming emotionally detached. It's about growing stronger in the stillness of your inner self. Remember, emotions are not your enemies. They are messages from your mind and body. You can choose to listen, to learn from them, rather than allowing them to dictate your actions and thoughts. When you master this, your journey with emotions becomes less of a struggle and more of a graceful dance, a delicate balance between reason and feeling. And in that balance, you'll find true tranquility. Conclusion: true strength lies in your ability to control yourself, no matter the storms or adversities you face. When you embrace this truth, you unlock a profound sense of inner freedom. Stoicism is not just a theoretical philosophy. It is a guiding force that empowers you to face challenges with calm resilience, transforming them into opportunities for growth. Every action, every decision, no matter how small, holds immense value. It is in those seemingly ordinary moments that true strength is built. When you choose action over procrastination, when you persevere in discipline, pushing beyond your limits, when you have the courage to say no to distractions that pull you away from your passions and goals. These daily choices are not just habits. They are the defining strokes of the masterpiece that is your life. Life is not easy, but it becomes truly beautiful when you realize that adversity is not a burden. It is the raw material from which you forge your personal strength. Stoicism does not teach you to merely survive. It teaches you how to live a life of meaning, a life where you master not only your circumstances but also your own heart and soul. So, take control. Paint your life with vibrant colors of passion and purpose. You are the architect of your own destiny. If this message has inspired you, consider sharing it with those you care about. They too may be searching for a way to reclaim their own power. And if you want more insights on Stoicism and practical advice to build a strong, resilient life, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you'll never miss out on content designed to uplift and empower you. Together, let's build a community of strength, wisdom, and inspiration. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.